Yo, thanks for watching post-fight analysis. Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri. So there's nothing left else to do but let's get it. All right. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys just a brief overview of the fight. Also, talk about what I thought before the fight, what I think about after the fight, and possibly if Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao can possibly make this happen. I don't know. Well, in the beginning, I made a prediction. I predicted that Manny Pacquiao will defeat Chris Algieri, even though Chris Algieri is a good fighter and a good boxer. I thought that Manny Pacquiao's speed, power, and ability to get in and out would decisively get him this victory. Well, let's just get into it. I thought the first 4 rounds, I thought Chris Algieri, he was too tentative. His jab was weak. It was a pitiful jab. I was thinking, did this guy come to fight? Is he already defeated? What's going on? Manny Pacquiao came out like a man that had to prove a point. First round, he was aggressive. He came out, he was aggressive. He pushed the action, cut the ring off, or chase him down. I think Manny need a little bit of work with his cutting off, but he did a little better than the usual. He chased him down. And then he was landing shots. He done that for the first 4 rounds. They gave him a knockdown the second round of a Chris Algieri. I think it was a flash knockdown. Nothing serious. Could have slipped. Could have been just one of those shots that hit you right in the temple or whatever, and it knocks you down. Round five. Round five is a round that I thought Chris Algieri actually came alive. I think he went in his corner and realized, hey, I'm actually in the middle of the fight. Maybe there's a chance I can win, because he came out and he started throwing a more meaningful jab. He started pivoting his foot. Excuse me. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm leave that in there. And he was pivoting his foot. He was turning, and he was throwing a jab. If there's a round that you can probably give him, you would probably give him the 5th round, or you would say, you know what, he lost that too. I'm just stating it was a round that I thought that the guy, he threw some jabs. He did a lot more movement. It does show with movement, he's a much harder target to hit. Manny Pacquiao was throwing shots. He was missing shots. He was lunging with shots. These are some same shots that if you don't move, Manny Pacquiao can tear your head off. But if you give him some decent movement, you can make him miss. The one thing I would say I like about Manny Pacquiao that he may have got better at is he did a lot of countering. I mean, when Chris Algieri threw some shots, Manny Pacquiao was countering, and I don't think he's really known for that. Yes, he's known for his being aggressive, but he was countering very effectively. You throw a jab, he'll come back over with his jab, or that straight left, and this just makes me think like, man, how would the Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight turn out now? Like years ago, I would have gave you a different opinion. Now things are changing. I will get into that as well. Now let's get back to the action. Before we get back to the action, I'd like you guys to take a moment and subscribe. I do appreciate it. Thumbs up this video. Hey, if you want to share this video, you want to tell them, hey, I know somebody that know boxing. This guy know boxing. Hey, share it. Thumbs up. That's what we're here for. Back into the action. Now we got the 6th round. 6th round was definitely a Manny Pacquiao round. The guy came out, landed some tremendous punches, put him down, had him on. I think he put him down twice this round. It was a commanding round, maybe a 7-10 round for Manny Pacquiao. He definitely put some power on him. Pretty much, honestly, from that point all the way to 12, it was Manny Pacquiao. The 9th round is the only round I really felt that he had Chris Algieri seriously hurt, physically, mentally hurt. I believe he hit him with a straight left hand the first time that just set him right on his butt, right on his back. That really hurt him. And once Manny Pacquiao have you hurt, he's going to put pressure on you. And just like in a prediction, I say, hey, if he's putting pressure and you're trying to cover up like this, excuse me, all those shots are not going to land. But you know what? Some of them are. He throws such fast punches and they get between shots. And that's what he go for the gusto. Some kind of way, miraculously, Chris just survived that round. And you know what? What round was it? I think it was round 9. I think it was after round 9 where he was really hurt. And Chris Algieri, his corner told him, trying to remember, that you're right where you want to be. I'm like, shit. If I was a fighter, I'm thinking, hey, this guy so far and whooped my ass out of 9 rounds. 9 out of 9 rounds. Then dropped me, pretty much beat me to the punch, took everything away that I wanted to do, and this is where I want to be at. Shit, put me in a place that I don't want to be at. Put me in a place that I'm uncomfortable with. Because if this is comfortable, this is not so comfortable. But you know what? Manny Pacquiao, man, he just dominated the fight. Even the 12th round, I think Manny Pacquiao want to go for the knockout. I think he really wanted it. Chris Algieri, he's a boxer. He got experience, and he survived. He's a survivor. Um, After the fight, I don't think any less of Chris Algieri. I think, I just think Manny Pacquiao was just way more experienced, way more talented, skill wise, and he done what he had to do. Um, Chris Algieri, he's a 140-pounder fighter. Manny Pacquiao, I think right now is actually full-fledged welterweight. Yes, he can go down to 140. Yes, he started as lighter, but he's been fighting at welterweight for so long that I think no one at 140 can test him. Denny Garcia, no. Zab Judah, no. Um, Adrian Broner, I like Adrian Broner right now, no. I don't see anyone at 140 can test him. The test will have to come at 147 with the fighters that are up there. Obviously, you have Floyd Mayweather, but there's a few fighters that at that weight or even higher that I would like to see Manny Pacquiao go against. Well, after the fight, they do the Max Kellerman post-fight interview right there in the ring, and they interviewed Manny Pacquiao, and obviously he started to going back to his Foot Locker commercial with. Uh, He's gonna fight me. He's gonna fight me. Talk about Mayweather, and you know what? To be honest, I don't think ever people don't know. If I guess the real boxing fan know, and for some of those that go differently, it's the real boxing fans that are biased. So you know their point of view is they ignored all the real stuff. Um, I don't think Mayweather's ducking nobody. And I think Mayweather would take the fight, and I think Pacquiao would take the fight. But what people don't understand is, or what they fail to want to understand or even listen to, is that Manny Pacquiao don't call his own shots. Even in the post fight press conference, he said something like, it's up to my team, top rank, Bob Arn to do that. So Manny Pacquiao can call out Floyd Mayweather 150 times. It doesn't mean nothing because he's not his boss. And it's what Bob Arm is what he got going on over there and what he's bringing to the table. And if he's really trying to make the fight happen. Now, for the most part, Mayweather is his own boss, but yet, he's his own boss, but yet he really works through Al Heyman. So, yes, he's his own boss, but he's working through someone else. And people say, well, forget that. Make the fight happen for the fans. Do it 50-50. And what a lot of people don't understand is that Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao don't make the same amount of money right now. And like I said, in Manny Pacquiao has a boss. And they gets a fat percentage. Mayweather pays himself through Mayweather Promotions. He is his own boss, and also he pays Al Heyman them, but he just makes more money. So it's like telling a manager at Hardee's and an employee at Hardee's that you guys should make the same amount of money. Or, I work for a company that I'm just an employee, but I should make the same amount of money as a CEO to make things happen. No, if somebody's already making 7% more than what I'm making, yes, I should get more than my regular fights, but I should not. You can argue for 50-50. Don't get me wrong. You can argue for 50-50, but I don't think you should expect 50-50 because you don't already make the equal amount of money or equal amount of views that you got to make. But either way, let's get back to the point. Manny Pacquiao, he wants to fight. Yes, he wants to fight. Fighters want that fight, and I like Manny Pacquiao. But it's up to his team, and with Mayweather, he's not normal. He don't do a lot of talking, honestly. Like when they said that Mayweather said, "Oh, after he beat Juan Manuel Marquez, you're ducking Mosley. You're ducking Shane Mosley. He just beat Margarito. You ducking Shane Mosley." I mean, listen, I'm not ducking no one. I'm not ducking no one. And then when they tried to make the Manny Pacquiao fight happen again, and for whatever reason, they couldn't come to terms, you know. And honestly, I think both parties are at fault with not making this happen. I think the first time was Pacquiao camp fault. The only reason I say that because there's video out with Freddie Roach saying that first time was their fault. But I also feel there's some times that was Mayweather's fault. So both camps have taken their share part of not making this happen over the years. Um, Damn, you know what? I lost my train of thought. You know what? We're gonna keep going. I'm not even. We're just gonna. I'm about to get back into it, and whatever thought I was on, hopefully I catch them. Like, oh, that's what it was. Um, but either way, I feel that both of them are at fault. I think that this is the perfect time to do the fight in May. Pacquiao done exactly what he needs to do. He got to win over Chris Algieri. All right, and he looked good doing it. Um, and Mayweather got to win over Maidana. Here's what makes the fight even more bigger now. Well, I don't know if it's bigger when it initially was, but here's what brings a lot of life back to it. Mayweather struggled over his last two fights. Yes, he got wins, but he did not look as good. He may have shown signs of age, slowing down, and an aggressive Maidana was able to land punches and more punches than anybody ever done. Well, you got a Manny Pacquiao that's aggressive, but also I don't think Mayweather faced anybody with his speed in a long time, not since Zab Judah. And Zab Judah gave Mayweather problems for the first maybe 5 rounds. But that was a young Mayweather. And I think his reaction and things back then was a lot better than what it is now. Don't get me wrong, Mayweather's the best defensive fighter. But as both fighters get older, I think that the fight, I had Mayweather being able to beat Manny Pacquiao pretty easily at first. I mean, the guy was a better thinker, a good fighter. But as Mayweather get older, and those abilities to make him so great start diminishing, then you gotta start looking at the guy that has natural aggressiveness and power, which is Manny Pacquiao. Right now, if they fought today, uh, I think it'd be a lot more closer than what I initially would have had it. And may I add, I am a Mayweather fan, but I think it'd be a lot more closer. I think Manny Pacquiao's speed, aggressiveness, and able to counter will give Mayweather some fits. But with Mayweather being able to be the best counterpuncher, in our era, great head movement, reflexes, and his shoulder roll. Shoulder roll actually gets a southpaw won't work as well, which is why when they do fight, you would see Mayweather using more of a two-hand guard stance. He'll be like this. You would see a more pressure Mayweather if that fight happens. Mayweather tends to fight southpaw with more pressure. You will see that right hand leak come out a lot more. And I don't think Mayweather's going to run the first few rounds. People think he's going to move like a Maidana. I don't think so. I think he's going to come right out and he's going to stand and he's going to lead. He's going to look to throw that right. I think he's going to look to try to hurt Manny Pacquiao early if the fight happens. But like I said, Manny Pacquiao speed, footwork, and Mayweather's, I think, instead, in my eyes, when it used to be like this, you know what? I get that later. But hey, let's round this up. Hey, once again, it was a great fight from Manny Pacquiao. He beat Chris Algieri. The super fight is still out there. I think the ball is in. It's not in no one's court. The ball is right there in the middle for Top Rank and Barbara, HBO, and Showtime to sit down, work this out, put your heads together. Honestly, the dollar amount should be. I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I think Manny Pacquiao should. I don't know. Maybe 50 million in some pay-per-view buys, and Mayweather get like 70 million in some pay-per-view buys. I don't know. I don't think it'll be 50-50 because they don't make that money right now. I don't know, but there you have it. It's just post-fight analysis. Another great victory by Pacquiao, a victory that was needed to make this fight stay alive, and hopefully, my fingers are crossed that they go down for May. If it does, I will give you a lot of videos. Your boy Trey Dub is right here making it work. Don't forget the thumbs up, subscribe. Like I said, this is all off the whim. I know once I cut the cameras off, I'm like, you know what? I should have said this. And maybe I'll do another video. I may do another video. Because you know what? Whatever comes to my mind that I should have said in this video didn't come out, I should give it to you guys. And I will do that if it comes to my mind. But thank you again. Signing off. Get at your boy.